Good evening, it's February 8th, 2018, and we are here at the home of the Deering Rams for tonight's exciting girls basketball action between the Rams of Deering and your Portland Bulldogs. This is Steve Schwartz along with Frank Myatt. Frank Healy on camera for WPPS Sports, soon to be joined by Mike Hoffer of The Forecaster. Frank, here we are at Deering. Delaney Haynes is the field general on the floor.
Exactly, Steve. She is the straw that stirs the drink for this Deering team. She can shoot, she can pass, she can dribble, so expect Coach Mike Murphy to run his offense right through her. Another player to watch will be Victoria Garand, the center for Deering, back to the basket presence, something that Portland really doesn't have a counter for. So I'd expect for Deering to try to open things up with Haynes on the outside and try to work it into Garand. And Coach Mike Murphy's team has already beaten this Portland team at the Expo, so expect them to come in with confidence despite the record.
Well, Deering has already beat Portland once, and that was at the Expo, Portland's home court. Now we're at Deering, a raucous atmosphere for every Portland Deering game, and really most of their games. Just a wonderful facility to watch a game. Mike, South Portland defeated the Bulldogs handily in the last game. A little bit of a different story tonight in terms of who Portland is facing.
Yeah, and no one was going to beat South Portland the way they played the other night. They played like the team that everyone expects is going to win the Class AA state title. Portland's got to put that behind it quickly. It's a quick turnaround so they can do that. And it's not like they're going to have trouble getting up for this game. They're coming off a loss, and they know that Deering beat them last time. There's no way the Bulldogs want to get swept by the Rams. And I think if Portland can just get out and play their game, play from ahead, they'll be okay. I think if they fall behind, some doubt might creep in. But this is a team that's come a long way this year, has made great strides, and they want to finish strong and finish as high as they can in the heel points.
Folks, we just watched an exciting JV game, only about a third full stadium, and it was very loud. Nevertheless, Portland defeated Deering by 3 points. It should be a very, very exciting night of basketball. We here are doing a doubleheader, and you may not see it immediately following the girls' game, but the boys' game will be next. All of the action will come to you in a moment here on WPPS.
Today is the season finale for girls and boys basketball. We'd like to honor our cheerleaders, our senior cheerleaders. First, though, we'd like to recognize the seniors from Portland High. If you just stand up, seniors from Portland High School.
The Deering Rams recognizing the Portland High seniors. Shayla Eubanks, Christina Donato. Deering girls varsity basketball, however, with no seniors. So we will have ceremony for the 3 senior cheerleaders.
Our first senior who is unable to be here tonight is Olivia Kostopoulos. She will be attending Southern Maine Community College and majoring in early childhood education. She hopes one day to own her own daycare business. Our second senior is Keegan Stanton, who also is not present tonight. She's completed college visits at the Maine Maritime Academy of the University of New England. After graduating, he plans to major in business and play football at one of those schools. Now our first senior, Dana Chabot. After graduating, Dana will be attending Endicott College in Beverly, Massachusetts. She will be majoring in secondary education with a concentration in environmental science. She hopes to one day teach students in grades 6 to 8. Dana is joined tonight by her father Steve and mother Barbara. Our next senior is Shayla Skinner. After graduating, Shayla will be attending Southern Maine Community College, majoring in early childhood education. She hopes to one day teach in a kindergarten classroom. Shayla is joined tonight by her mother Tricia and sister Mia, a Portland Bulldog. Our final senior is Elsa Heisler. Elsa is the captain of the 2017-2018 Varsity cheerleading team. After graduating, she will be attending a liberal arts college in a southern state and is planning to major in psychology. She also intends to continue cheerleading in college. Elsa is joined tonight by her father Frederick and her mother Carmen. Coach Ramones
As you hear announcer John Coyne, Deering with no seniors, so instead they will be honoring their coaching staff. Head coach Mike Murphy, assistant coaches Rob Kierstead, Claire Ramonis, and Tim Eisenhart.
Mere words for all that you have done for us, and the thousands of other players before us are not enough. And I quote, coaches, even when we said we can't, you said we could. Even when we said we won't, you said do it. Even when we said we will lose, you said go win. Even when we said we failed, you said well done. Even when we said we don't believe in myself, you said we believe in you. Thank you from the Deering High School Girls Varsity Basketball Program.
So a nice little role reversal as we see the players giving their coaches flowers instead of our typical coach to player to parent senior night ceremony.
For the senior cheerleaders and our Deering High School girls coaching staff. Welcome to Deering High School to play boys and girls, Portland versus Deering varsity basketball doubleheader. First varsity game will feature the Portland High School Lady Bulldogs and your very own Deering High School Lady Rams. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats. Face our nation's flag and join us in honoring America and those who defend her for the playing of our national anthem. This means treating everyone with courtesy, cheering for your team, and not against the others. Treating our Number 3, Amanda Moffall. Number 10, Shayla Eubank. Number 22, Megan Brown. And number 24, Jemima Motima. The Lady Bulldogs are coached by Mr. Jerry Corcoran. And now the starting lineup for your Deering Lady Rams. Number 5, Junior Ashley Matheson. Number 10, Junior Mandy Mastra Pasqua. Number 22, Sophomore Liz Rowett. Number 23, Junior Delaney Hayes. And number 33, Junior Vic Joran. The Lady Rams are coached by Mr. Mike Murphy, assisted by Ron Gaston, and Claire Ramonis, our officials for tonight's contest, and Ms. Lauren Russo and Mr. Dick Draper. Deering's athletic administrator is Mel Craig, and our on-site trainer is Greg Toshi. Greg is assisted by interns from the University of Southern Maine and the University of New England. Our official timer is Ken Levinsky. Our official scorer is Patty Coyne. The game ball is sponsored today by the Livermore Middle School dance team. This game is also being recorded by WPBS TV3. Being recorded by Steve Schwartz and Freddie Kyan. They're recording this game for broadcast on Spectrum Local Access Channel 3 in Portland. WPBS is the Portland School's local television station. Good luck to both squads.
If You heard that shout out from John Coyne. John, of course, our broadcast partner for football games, also the stadium announcer here. So the tip is won by Portland. Jemima Motema with the ball now. Daring in a man.
Yep. Quick hands by Haynes. Couple close strips.
Motema spins up and gets her own rebound, or actually it's pulled out by Amanda Kabantu. Stacy in the corner. Motema. Kabantu for three. It doesn't fall, but Regan Brown is there with a strong rebound.
A couple good offensive rebounding efforts by Kabantu and Brown, extending this possession. Good help side defense there.
Yeah, save and comes out to Shayla Eubanks. Oop, she takes better of the three. So how many times can you get it in there and still not get it? Motema got the rebound.
We'll finally have a jump ball, and that'll be Ram basketball.
Give credit to Elizabeth Dralick. And here comes Mandy Mastropaska. Oh, and there's a steal. First turnover of the night, and it is Deering's.
Yeah, just kind of a inadvertent lob in. Portland comes up with the ball.
Minute and a half into the game, no score right now.
1-4 low look with the dribble drive. And Stacy knocks down the three.
Actually, I don't think it fell.
Oh, you are correct, Steve.
Instead, the rebound goes to Delaney Haynes, and now it's Deering's ball as they set it up. Portland also in a man-to-man. We're going to have
I'm not sure what we have here. An off-ball foul of some sort. Official Dick Draper with the call. Foul be on Amanda Kabantu. There's Garand clearing out space inside. She'll be fouled by Reagan Brown. Pair of quick fouls for the Bulldogs. We'll see Garand at the foul line.
Garand, I think, led the Rams in rebounds in the last game against Portland. She was quite a spark plug.
She buries the first.
First point of the game.
You know, Steve, boys basketball, girls basketball, anywhere from pee-wee to pro, having a center who can hit a foul shot is an absolute luxury for any team.
She hits both of those. So 2 minutes into the game, the first score, and we have a reach foul. We'll see. I think it's going to be on Mastra Pasqua.
And it is Deering's first foul of the game.
Eubanks now looks for an open player.
Good tight defense by the Rams. Good swing to Stacy, drive. Eubanks pulls the three. No foul.
Jump ball, and that will be Portland's ball this time on the possession arrow.
Brown and Garand going after at the same time. We'll see what Coach Corcoran has set up now. So
totally appropriate, too, that they're defending each other. I mean, the two most, I'd say, aggressive players on the court.
Absolutely.
Motema now drives.
A nice block.
Blocked by
Matheson.
Ashley Matheson.
Good work to get a piece.
5.5 minutes left in the first quarter. 2-0 is the score. Deering up front. That will be...
That'll stay Deering ball.
Deering's ball. We've seen it more crowded here, although it's probably at least a half house, 2/3 house maybe.
We'll see. I mean, with a doubleheader, may have some folks coming in just for the second game. Haynes ISO play. Nice block there by Kabantu.
No cheap baskets. Number 31, Davina Kabantu, will check in for Grace Stacy. Gets a hand from her coach as she checks out here. Garand over everything.
Oh, we'll have a foul inside on the rebound. Tightly called game thus far, as official Rousseau makes the call.
And that's going to be on Delaney Haynes.
It'll be her first foul, second on the Rams.
5 minutes left here in the first quarter. 2-0 is the score. Deering in front. Up and out for Kabantu, but the rebound was Shayla Eubanks.
And picks up a dribble in the tight spot there.
Yeah. And it's stolen. Woo!
Nice scoop, but it doesn't
drive
fall.
by Masters Polka, but Brown will get the rebound. Motema to Eubanks in the corner for three.
Good inside out look.
3-2 now.
Drawing the defense in, giving it to Eubanks for the three.
Matheson to Haynes. Haynes to Mastra Pasqua. Well, Portland doing a nice job. Clearly, the Deering coach saw something he didn't like. Maybe the continuation continued just a bit too much. 4:15 left in the first quarter. 3-2, Portland in front. Okay, now Elizabeth Dralick to take it out.
Getting close to 5-second call. Motema gets it anyway.
Steal. She's low, she's high, and she gets it in. Jemima Motema for two. Two to two on turnovers.
Nice little step back by Haynes and knocks it down for two.
That was a nice play there. Great fall away on the step. 5-4. Portland in front by one. That's Nettie Walsh, number 4, who has checked in for the Dogs.
And we're going to have a foul here. It'll be on Ashley Matheson, her first. Third on the Rams.
Amanda Kabantu checks in for Jemima Motema. 3:33 left in the first quarter. 5-4 is the score. The Dogs have a 1-point lead. Here's Walsh. Kicks it out to Kabantu. For three, Amanda Kabantu.
And nice look by Walsh. Haynes stepped off on help side. Kabantu makes her pay.
Deering on the break, and there is going to be a foul on Eubanks. Who says, what?
Shayla Eubanks' first foul. Fouls even 3-3 here so far. See Matheson go to the line.
Two officials here tonight. Last regular season game for both teams, as they will head into the tournament from here. Brown with the rebound. Kabantu dishes. The bank does not fall for her sister, Davina. Haynes now. Around the horn.
Looking for the lob inside to Durand.
Haynes now over to Master Pasqua.
And we're going to have an offensive foul there. It'll be off ball. It'll be on Victoria Garand, so a turnover and an offensive foul for the Rams as the Bulldogs get the ball back.
Entering the lineup, the Lady Rams, number 4, Avi Kim, and number 11, Joanna Isabayo.
So Joanna Isabayo and Aviona Kim are checking in. You may have heard John Coyne say that. Here we go, Kabantu in the middle. Doesn't fall, but we'll have a jump. No, we have a travel. It's interesting.
It'll be Deering ball, as they'll say that Reagan Brown fell down after the rebound.
Mastro Pasqua to bring it down over half court. Haynes.
Amanda Kabantu playing her very tight.
Little help there from Brown as well.
That's the matchup Coach Murphy was looking for. Trying to get Kabantu off Haynes.
Oop. Drellick goes down hard. Haynes for 3.
That was the open look. Didn't fall, though.
Instead, the rebound will come to Brown, who's got her 4th rebound already.
With a minute and a half, we'll see Portland pull it out a little bit. Maybe run a little bit of clock.
Davina Kabantu has her sister to the right. Amanda now with the ball. She has her sister to the right.
A little 4-corner offense here.
Finger roll doesn't fall, but Brown goes in hard, up and in.
Reagan Brown all over the glass tonight.
10-4. It's a 6-point Portland lead with a minute left in the first quarter. Oop. Haynes shakes off one defender, shakes off another here, but we're going to have a foul, I think, on Brown. Hand check.
And it will be Reagan Brown second. 4th of the Bulldogs. As we'll see Coach Corcoran get her off the floor here with under a minute to play in the first quarter. No reason to pick up a 3rd foul on a cheap call here.
Nettie Walsh also takes a seat as Grace Stacy and Jamila Motema come back in, but there is going to be a foul here.
Also checking in for Deering is number 3, Isabel Dawson. Foul be on Davina Kabantu.
Christina Donato checks in for Davina Kabantu, who just fouled. Number 11 in the corners is Abayu. Haynes now covered tightly by Stacy.
Nice floater by Delaney Haynes.
Even with Eubanks coming over to help, Haynes is just that good. It's a 4-point Portland lead, 10-6. Half a minute left here in the first quarter.
4 corners again for Portland. We'll see how much help side Deering's willing to play here as they're looking to collapse on the middle. They'll go down to a little 1-4 low, but Motema's just going to take it.
Portland, kind of a cold shooting hand here. Stacy's blocked by Delaney Haynes, I believe.
Another block by Haynes. And that shot will not count.
So at the end of the first quarter, the score, Portland Bulldogs 10, Deering Rams 6. So here we go, number 3 is Isabel Dawson. She's going to take the ball in.
Portland playing tight defense as we've seen all year.
We open up the quarter here. Portland has a 4-point lead.
Garand calling for the ball. Right idea by Dawson, but telegraphed it a little bit too much. Motema nearly comes up with the seal, but steps out of bounds.
She is fast and she is fearless. Jemima Motema.
Consistently has a very good read on the basketball.
Oh!
Nearly a travel.
Haynes from downtown.
Gets her own rebound.
Quickly up court here. Here is Eubanks.
Avi Kim will be called for the foul as she's swiping for the ball, but won't come up with it.
Actually, should be on Portland. Eubanks.
Second, team 6.
Correction, so it'll be Kim on the receiving end. It'll be a Portland turnover. They're 4th on the evening to 3 for Deering.
Haynes with Stacy on her, tightly guarding her. Dawson.
Portland passing off, showing a little matchup zone look. We've seen them trap in the half court as well.
Oh, trying to bank home that 3, but Garan with the rebound. She kicks it out to Haynes and she hits.
Good inside out look. And we'll have a timeout, Portland.
So 6:20 left here in the half. The score is 10-9. The Dogs are up by 1.
Now we'll have a tie up and a foul. And both number 4s, Walsh and Kim. And that will be on Avi Kim. Block set for Portland coming out of the inbound.
So Eubanks now to Davina Kabantu. Back to Eubanks. She's got Motema at half court. Brown's open at the foul line and
loses control, but Kabantu, nice rebound. Good putback.
Master Pasqua to Kim. Here's Haynes behind her. Oh, nifty move. Brings it in from the top of the key. It doesn't fall. The rebound will come to Nettie Walsh. She's guarded by number 4, Kim. Is Motema. Oh, goodness.
And she will be fouled. Let's see if this is on Master Pasqua or Garand. And it'll be on Garand, her second. Evens the team foul count at 6 apiece as we see Jemima Motema shooting 2.
She'll knock the first one home, her 3rd point of the game. Coming back in for the Rams will be Dralick and Matheson. Taking a break will be Kim and Garan, both of whom have a couple of fouls apiece.
Nice little tap from behind. Motema with the block.
And then she goes coast to coast, kicks it out to Eubanks in the corner. She's hit 1 from there tonight, not that time. Nettie Walsh rebounds, gets it to Brown. For 3, Eubanks. Anybody's ball, and it will come to Motema. Drives the baseline and steps out.
And a lot of lines going on down there, Steve, under the basket as we see the volleyball line in yellow.
Kind of about a 1.5 2 foot difference between the volleyball line and the boundary, baseline.
Entering the lineup for your Lady Rams, number 20, Vic Cavallero.
Well, that's just a block, kind of a no-look block by Callie Watson, who's in. Number 5 for Portland.
Good inside-out Draywick to Master Pasqua.
And Motema with the rebound. And she will run coast to coast. Kicks it out. Amanda Kabantu. On the left, she has Callie Watson setting a pick for her. Oop.
No jump stop.
Kabantu gets a rebound of her sister. Sister shot, and that doesn't fall. The rebound will come to Master Pasqua.
Nearly another steal. Deering gives be careful telegraphing the passes against this athletic Bulldog defense.
Entering for your Lady Bulldogs, number 2, Grace Stacy.
Good look to Dawson all alone. And she buries it for 3.
It is 14-12 with 3 minutes, 13 seconds left. The Bulldogs have a 2-point lead. What a game, folks.
We'll have a foul. We'll see Nettie Walsh going to the line. As we wait for the indication from official Rousseau.
Here is foul, number 5, Ashley
Be Matheson's second personal foul.
7, shooting for Portland, Nettie Walsh. Returning for the Bulldogs.
Every time we've seen her, she has shown herself to be a spark plug for this team. Comes in as the 6th girl off the bench and just starts right in rebounding and shooting.
And we've seen Walsh run the point as well for Portland. And she hits both.
Walsh converts both free throws.
Very talented player. That's a
Cavallero
block
swatted
by Motema. And she loses it.
Nice hustle by Liz Draywick to come up with the steal.
Number 20 is Victoria Cavallero, by the way, who had checked in for Deering.
Picks up a dribble in a funny spot there. And that will stay Deering ball.
As Delaney Haynes will check back in for Cavallero.
We'll see number 52, Amanda Kabantu, coming in, replacing Callie Watson.
Well, here's some pressure here by Portland. We have a 5-second violation.
I think they're going to say that.
Stepped in and out.
Draywick stepped in from out of bounds. The 6 turnovers apiece now for both Portland and Deering. Here tonight, Steve, with both sets of bleachers pulled out all the way. Not a whole lot of room inbounding. As we see, athletic director Mel Craig has done a tremendous job of keeping people out of that front row on the home side.
Well, she's also given us some great accommodations here at center court, as Eubanks, that doesn't fall for her.
Dawson gets the rebound.
The rebound to Dawson. But we're very grateful for that, as we have a clear shot to the floor. Makes Frank Healy's job easier.
A nice little scoop, won't fall.
But Motema with yet another rebound.
Her 5th.
9 between her and Reagan Brown, who has 5. 4-point lead here for the Dogs with 1.5 minutes left in the first half.
Well, Coach Corcoran getting into the spirit of Maine basketball. A little bit of stall game here as we get closer to the tournament.
Eubanks
Gets
puts
hustled
it up
by Walsh.
Yeah, Walsh with the rebound, and we have trouble.
Injury for the Lady Bulldogs, number 33, Kira Eubanks.
So number 33 is Kira Eubanks, and she will check in for the Dogs.
Portland already 10 deep off their bench. Deering playing 9 girls so far tonight.
Kira, the sophomore. Shayla, the number 10, the senior.
On this matchup that Deering has to like.
It is senior night here, but there are no seniors on the Deering team.
Well, we were able to bring you that pregame ceremony. Nice touch for the Deering girls, honoring their coaching staff as we see Haynes with a scoop shot for 2.
Well, folks, it's 16-14, 36 seconds left here in the first half. Motema, what a move!
She's the only player in the state who can pull that off, Steve.
No, that is just fun to watch.
Eight seconds left here.
Master Pasqua. And Haynes is going to try to just dump it off. She almost gets it in. And then there is that final shot there by Ashley Matheson, but it doesn't fall. It'll be 18-14. The Dogs will take a 4-point lead into the locker room. So an 18-14 lead at halftime for the Bulldogs. They certainly don't disappoint the crowd, these two teams, do they?
A tight matchup, a little slower game than we saw at the Expo, but both teams playing deliberate, both teams getting shots that they want, and we see a 4-point game at the half.
Mike, what are you looking for in the second half here?
Well, you know, I think the difference is normally Portland's forcing a lot of turnovers and getting easy offense off of that. They haven't been so far. They've been dominating on the offensive glass, but they're not putting home those putbacks that would really give them a bigger lead. I think Deering's got to be happy being down 4, because other than Delaney Haynes with her 9 points, they really haven't done much. Maybe Isabel Dawson's a secret weapon off the bench, and she's good for a few more big shots, but Deering's got to generate some more balanced offense other than Haynes. And if you're Portland, I think you got to feel like we can't let these guys hang around, because we saw what happened the last game when Deering came back and beat them. So I think you'll see Portland redouble their efforts to try to force some turnovers and get some easy baskets off of that when we start the third quarter.
Well, folks, Deering has only 3 players who have scored. Of course, Delaney Haynes with 9, including a 3-pointer, and Isabel Dawson with that 3-pointer that Mike alluded to, and Victoria Goran with 2. Portland has spread it out a little bit more. Jemima Motema has 6 points, and 3 points apiece for Amanda Kabantu and Shayla Eubanks, each with a 3-pointer. 2 and 2 for Davina Kabantu, Nettie Walsh, and Regan Brown. However, that doesn't tell the whole story. A lot of rebounds tonight here for Brown and Motema.
Exactly, Steve. I have 4 for Motema, 6 for Brown, so those two really taking care of the glass. A lot of those offensive rebounds, giving the Bulldogs second chances. They have an opportunity to really, get a little distance here. If Deering's able to limit to 1 shot, then Portland will be in trouble. But those second and third chances are really giving the Bulldogs a nice chance to settle down, run their offense, and get some buckets.
An exciting night here at Deering High School. We'll bring you second half action in a moment. So, folks, we're back on here to start the second half. A moment to interview the 2 coaches of the
Nettie Walsh shooting 2 for your Lady Rams, number 23, Delaney Haynes.
So Haynes converts 2 free throws, and it is 18-16.
A good pull by Motema there, in and out. Amanda Kabantu skying for the rebound, though.
That doesn't fall for Eubanks, and Garand powers that down for a rebound.
Master Pasqua almost loses it.
(18-16) now. 6.5 minutes left here in the third quarter.
Nice swipe by Walsh, but can't get it away from number 5, Matheson.
Garand spins. Lane is closed, and Motema steals.
Telegraphed that one a little too much. And she converts.
Here's Garand now, beyond the three-point arc. Bounces it to Haynes. Haynes was either blocked or fouled, and referee's going to say fouled.
Go against Amanda Kabantu.
Her second.
Pair of quick fouls for the Bulldogs here to open the second half.
Delaney Haynes is money at the line. Davina Kabantu and Grace Stacy will check in for the Dogs, and Nettie Walsh and Amanda Kabantu will take a seat.
"13 points for Delaney Haynes here. Still very early in the second half.
Davina Kabantu now at the top of the key. From the corner, she'll hit for 2. 22-10, and 22-18.
Good dish. Dralick with the scoop.
Nifty basket. We're going to have a Portland timeout with 5.5 minutes left. It's a 2-point Portland lead, 22-20. The Portland All-City Pet Band directed by Jane Sawtell. Sitting on the Deering side tonight, but really made up of students from both schools.
Well, it is a Deering home game, Steve.
That's exactly right. You know, back in the day, Frank, we would have not only each high school with a band, but each junior high school with a band as well.
Exactly, Steve. And we've seen those pictures of the Deering yearbook of the mighty Deering Ram band.
No, they went off to, I think, somewhere important. I think in Washington or something. Maybe the Cherry Blossom Parade or something like that.
Yes, I believe you're correct. And our friend Kevin Campbell was a drum major on that Deering band that traveled to D.C.
I think Clint Graffam it was either George Bukatab or Clint Graffam who were the directors.
Good swat there by Garand. Be the 9th Portland turnover.
5 minutes left now in the third quarter, a 2-point lead here.
Good inside out look. Master Pasqua foot on the line. That'll be a 2.
She ties it up, folks. What a game. Stacy kicks it out to Davina Kabantu over to Motema. Motema will throw it up. Skying for that rebound is Davina Motema, and Brown will be, well, we have a 3-second violation.
Davina Kabantu kind of camping out in there with a couple pump fakes, and that'll be turnover number 10 for Coach Corcoran's girls.
Here comes Haynes with an easy layup.
Right over the top.
15th point of the game, 6th of the quarter. Shayla Eubank for 2. Doesn't fall. Delaney Haynes now with another rebound. Plenty of time here as Deering has a 2-point lead, but Portland seeming to work on offense.
A good backdoor cut and better dish to Garand.
Foul will be on Brown. Shooting 2 will be Victoria Garand.
Portland foul on number 22, Megan Brown. That's her third. Team's third.
Eddie Walsh will come in for Brown.
Vic Garand.
Garand hits the first one to give the Rams a 3-point lead. Amanda Kabantu will check in for Shayla Eubanks.
Garand money from the line. As we have an 8-0 Deering run right now. Walsh kicks it out. Brown no good. Rebound comes to Matheson. It'll have a tie-up. Arrow should say Deering, and it does.
Returning to the line for the Lady Rams, number 4, Bobby Gill.
Garand now to inbound the ball to Master Pasqua. Kim now to Haynes. Haynes tightly covered by Amanda Kabantu. Matheson. Victoria Garand around the horn to Master Pasqua.
Good ball movement by Deering.
Yeah. Well, it was a nice look, not a great shot. Rebound will come to Davina Kabantu. She dribbles between 3
Delaney
players.
Haynes wants a clean block. We'll see what the call's on. And it will be on Haynes. Her second personal, first for the Rams in the second half.
Shooting 2 here with a chance to bring the Dogs to within 2 is Davina Kabantu, and she hits the first one. Nice play there by Master Pasqua to get it to Garand. Quickly up court. Here's Haynes now, covered by Davina Kabantu. That's a foul.
Reach on Kabantu. It'll be her second. Fourth on the Bulldogs.
As Shayla Eubanks and Motema will check in for Stacy and Walsh. And Elizabeth Dralick will check in for the Rams. And taking a seat will be Ashley Matheson.
22, Liz Drama.
And Haynes has to be careful of that off arm. Especially with this officiating crew tonight calling things tight.
Kabantu. She wanted the clean block and didn't get it either.
And that'll be her third personal.
Amanda Kabantu, her third.
Jerry Corcoran leaving her in for the time being.
For the Lady Rams, number 23, Delaney Haynes.
Yeah. Would expect nothing less from Delaney Haynes. She is a playmaker and a basket scorer.
She knocks them both down. 10-1 run in the last 3 minutes for Deering.
It's 28-23. It's a 5-point lead. 3-pointer for Davina Kabantu brings the Dogs to within 2.
That might be the momentum shift that Portland needs.
There's 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Well, Portland needs, that is.
Yep, nice trapping defense there. A little help. Kim.
Good work by Dralick to secure the board.
She's in a little trouble right now, though, but she puts it down, gets it to Haynes. Here's the nice screen set by Kim, but Eubanks is right there. Ooh. Oh, what a nifty move.
Oh, nice drive by Avi Kim. Survives the contact there. Puts it in for 2.
30-26. Eubanks from the corner. It doesn't fall, but there is Kabantu with the rebound and the putback. 2-point game, 30-28. 1:15 left in the third quarter.
We'll have a block. That'll be 4 fouls on Amanda Kabantu. Leaving her in proves to be coming back to bite Coach Corcoran.
Well, Nettie Walsh and Callie Watson will come in now, and the Kabantu sisters will take a seat.
Here's the dump to Garand. That should be fouled.
Yeah. Now, you know, the referee standing right there. Of course, from up here, it looked like all ball.
Oh, it definitely was all ball, Steve, but the foul really could have been called about a second and a half earlier. There was contact rather early. We'll see Garand go to the foul line again. Her third trip. Has not scored a field goal tonight. All of her points have come from the line.
Not that time. 1:03 left in the third quarter. 30-28 is the score as the clock ticks away here. Oop, that's going to be Deering ball.
Deflection off Brown.
Nice rebound for Brown, and she's fouled by number 10, Master Pasqua.
Foul 94 feet away from the basket. It was 84 feet away from the basket here on the high school court, Steve. But definitely not something that Deering's looking for, looking to protect the ball and not give up cheap fouls that far away. And we'll have a little discussion at the table now. We see official Rousseau going over.
Well, we'll take a break here. 54.5 seconds left. 30-28 is the score. Deering in front. Nettie Walsh, tightly guarded by Kim, and then banked home by Eubanks.
And nice work by Shayla Eubanks using the glass, tying it up.
Yeah, came in an opportune time. Her first points of the second half. Gets a hand on it. And Portland comes up with the steal. Here comes Motema. Portland will slow it up.
20 seconds left. We've seen the Bulldogs be a little frenetic at times. They're pulling back and being deliberate. Deering going for the trap up high.
For 3, Eubanks. She hits it. It's a 33-30 lead for the Dogs. Oh, almost by Haynes. The crowd is happy. What a great shot. 33-30. We'll bring you fourth quarter action in a moment. So Amanda Kabantu is going to start the fourth quarter on the floor, and
a little confusion over whether she checked in. And we see announcer John Coyne over discussing with Jerry Corcoran. And now we'll bring Coach Mike Murphy into the act.
I think what happened is that Coach reported the substitution was reported, but there were 4 people there, and I think perhaps it was reported to the wrong person, not acting as an official scorer. And now they are going to allow Amanda Kabantu to come in.
And Kabantu will replace Callie Watson. Athlete Matheson set to check in for Deering on the first whistle.
Here we go.
Confusion cleared up, now ready to play basketball again.
Well, what an exciting end to that quarter.
10-2 Portland run in the last 2 minutes. That was coming on the heels of a 10-1 Deering run. Good ball movement by Portland. That'll be a foul on Haynes over the back. Delaney Haynes' third personal, second on the Deering Rams.
The Rams can ill afford to lose her in the stretch. Checking in right now will be Ashley Matheson, as you suggested, Frank.
Shayla Eubanks and Amanda Cabantu in foul trouble, and Reagan Brown in foul trouble for the Portland Bulldogs. Brown and Eubanks with 3, Cabantu with 4.
A 3-point Portland lead. Nice throw there to get it in, and here's Motema now to bring it out. Nettie Walsh. Down,
floater.
up, and doesn't fall.
That'll stay Portland ball. Deflection off Haynes. I think official Dick Draper almost gave the Portland bench a heart attack there with his arm raised high, but it stayed Portland ball.
Seems to be a pretty well-called match so far. 33-30 is the score, 7:20 left in the fourth quarter as Portland will take a timeout. Motema spins and she's fouled.
Oh, the Deering crowd not happy.
No, I think that'll be on Garand.
It'll be Victoria Garand's third personal. 3 on Deering as we see Motema at the foul line. A chance to break the tie, try to extend the lead here.
Jemima Motema. She can hit double figures if she scores this bucket. And she does. 10th point. Fourth in the second half, 35-30, 7:15 left. The Dogs are up by 5. Oop. Here's the open player in the middle, Master Pasqua, and it's going to be a turnover.
An off-ball double by Portland on Haynes, but Deering unable to capitalize.
This is a Thursday night, folks, here at Deering High School. The crowd is expanding.
Nice deflection by Avi Kim, but it'll stay Portland ball.
Okay, now back out beyond the 3-point line, all the way back to center court here.
And Motema just hanging the ball out there. Here's the mismatch. Eubanks on Kim.
The rebound is Haynes's. Nice ball control as well, as she's got Nettie Walsh all over her. Now the double.
Deering needs to reverse it. They had Kim open too.
The steal. And here comes Walsh. Up and not in.
Oh, a big swap by Master Pasqua. And back and forth we go. 11 turnovers apiece. Coach Murphy's going to want a timeout.
We'll take one too. 6:04 left in regulation. 35-30 is the score. The Dogs are in front. So, football coach Jim Hartman here tonight watching the Portland Bulldogs. We've seen assistant principal Kathy Marquis-Gerard. I believe
I saw Principal Sheila Jepson walk in earlier tonight.
She's here as well, as is
Assistant Principal Kim Wyke, also in attendance. And Deering Principal Greg Palmer, also in attendance tonight. Mr. Palmer in his first year as principal at Deering.
the man coming up near him right now.
As Assistant Principal Dr. Abdullahi Ahmed. So strong showing for both administrations tonight. Obviously both athletic directors on hand. And they're getting a good one so far.
That's Rob O'Leary and Mel Craig. Two of the finest.
Absolutely, Steve.
Oops, that's a travel.
12th Portland turnover.
The really nice thing about both athletic directors as well is how much enthusiasm they have for their respective schools.
Tremendous amount of pride, both coming in the purple and the white and the blue and white.
I think Mel Craig would call this game ramtastic. Kabantu defending. Oop, yeah, that's going to be a foul. And that'll
be it for Amanda Kabantu, I believe.
Amanda Kabantu.
More fouls on number 52, Amanda Kabantu. Her fifth.
And that'll do it for Kabantu. Number 4, Avi Kim, toes the line for a couple big foul shots here.
Grace Stacy will check in for Amanda Kabantu.
Kim hits the first. Called her name a lot tonight, Steve. I called her name a lot in the classroom in the first semester. As Avi was able to more than survive, excel in my honors English class.
For those who don't know, Frank Myatt is both a teacher and a coach at Deering High School and does us the honor of analyzing our games, Portland High School, mostly boys games on WPPS TV3.
Well, we should mention while we're at it, Steve, that you're a Deering grad yourself. And
what a
three
bank
by Kabantu.
One Kabantu goes out, the other takes over. And here we go now. Walsh.
Pass to no one.
But they're going to say deflected. Yeah.
You can tell from Delaney Haynes' face she wasn't happy when she let it go, but a deflection bails her out and keeps the ball in Deering possession.
Yeah, it's 38-31. Haynes goes down.
She'll be shooting.
He's shooting. Not going to be on Stacy. Let's see. No.
And that will be on Davina Kabantu. Her third. 9 fouls for the Bulldogs. So the next foul, defensive foul for Portland. Deering will be shooting 2 regardless of whether it's a shooting foul or a foul on the floor.
And actually, it was on Davina Kabantu. I only thought I saw 2 fingers as well, but referee Draper just came over and said, nope, 3-1. So you knew anyway.
We'll call it an educated guess, Steve.
Of the 9 points Delaney Haynes has in this half, 7 of them are on the strength of being at the charity stripe.
Haynes' first miss from the foul line tonight.
Nettie Walsh. Rebound will come to Isabel Dawson. Here's Haynes now. It's a 6-point Portland
skip
lead.
Pass.
Walsh with the rebound.
Right idea as Matheson was all alone in that corner. We'll see Portland kind of spread the ball out here.
All great ball handlers. Kabantu sisters, Motema, Nettie Walsh. And here's Stacy, who's going to drive in instead.
Reagan Brown with the rebound.
I have her in double figures with 10 rebounds.
As do I.
That's not going to make it to the rim, and Kabantu Davina is going to come down with that rebound. So 8-point lead now for the Dogs, 40-32.
And for Deering, a long way to go to get Portland into the bonus with only 4 team fouls. As
Dawson
near the 3-minute mark here.
Dawson with the rebound, and now we're going to have a Deering timeout as Coach Murphy wants to talk it over. 3:12 left, 40-32, Dogs in front. Here we go, folks. A very exciting game here. We're going into the last 3 minutes of regulation. Master Pasqua.
Good backdoor cut.
Yeah. Well done. We're going to have a timeout by Coach Corcoran, a full timeout. So 40-34, 6-point Portland lead. We'll be back. So taking a seat at the trainers on the bench with Greg Tosi, Deering trainer, and I believe another trainer here as well. Jemima Motema has gone down. She's on crutches, Frank.
Not what you want to see if you are the Portland Bulldogs. She is the most dynamic player on the court, so we wish her the best, but it doesn't appear she'll be back in this contest. The Deering trap. We'll have a tie-up. It'll be Deering ball.
So 2:43 left. 6-point lead here for the Dogs, 40-34. Some tight defense there as Dawson comes up with it. Haynes with Nettie Walsh on her.
No call. The rebound comes to Nettie Walsh.
Oops, a little too
She'll
far.
throw it away.
So she makes a great effort to come up with the ball. She does make things happen, you know, so you can make a mistake. And that's what happened there, as she is still, to me, just so exciting to watch, Frank, honestly. Spark plug.
Nice take by Master Pasqua.
Just going to say that it's always been a... Oh, that's going to be the foul on Shayla Eubanks, her fourth. I've always had a soft spot for the sixth man ever since Kevin McHale.
Oh, absolutely,
And that
Steve.
carries over now into the fact that years ago, Amir Moss, before he was the star he was the sixth man for Portland. Simon Chadbourne is now.
Exactly, Steve. And you mentioned Amir Moss making a legendary shot against Deering in the Cumberland County Civic Center.
Oops.
A nice split by Walsh.
Yeah, she really does. Here's Davina Kabantu now.
155. I wouldn't be surprised to see Deering get a foul here because they have 3 to give.
Yeah, that's a travel.
No, it'll be a travel. 15th Portland turnover. We'll see Victoria Garand come in. She'll replace Liz Dralick.
A dozen turnovers for Deering. Here comes Master Pasqua. Whoop, she
Will be blocked by Brown.
held that ball. Here's Grace Stacy going down and in off the glass. She wanted a foul call.
And we'll have a foul after the fact. That'll be on Stacy. Oh, correction. That will be on Avi Kim.
Right. And now Garand will take a seat for Dralick, who will come in.
Brown no good. Gets her own rebound though.
As the clock continues to tick.
And Portland's Deering's gonna have to drop a trap in. There it is.
Broken by as Nettie Walsh will split some defenders.
We're gonna wave off the basket. We're gonna say a foul on the floor here. Official Rousseau going to the table. That will be against Haynes. Delaney Haynes' fourth personal, and Mike Murphy with a timeout.
My goodness, folks, 40-36. It's a 4-point Portland lead. There is a minute 18 left. What a game. Here we go, folks.
Out of the basket inbound for Portland. 78 seconds on the clock and a 4-point lead.
Stay Portland ball. It's the second off the clock. Davina Kabantu. Oof, what a move, but she's fouled.
Yeah.
Well, that's a heads-up play to get it done quickly by Kim. That's her fourth foul.
And Portland will be shooting 1-1.
Garand will come back in for the Rams after the... actually before the first shot.
And Garand going in for rebounding purposes.
As Dralick will take a seat.
She hits the first.
41-36, minute 15 left. Kabantu will convert both. Delaney Haynes.
And see if De'Aaron tries to get a high screen for Haynes. Gets her own rebound. Matheson, no good.
Way downtown. Doesn't fall for Master Pasqua, and Brown with the rebound, and Stacy.
Oh, that'll be De'Aaron ball.
She's somewhat apoplectic, I think, in terms of thinking that she certainly thought she was fouled before. Haynes just kind of throws it up. No call. Kabantu.
Under 40 seconds here. Let's see how long Portland can avoid the foul. That'll be Haynes' fifth foul. Trying to direct traffic, get somebody else to do it, but she'll take the foul herself. And that'll be 5 fouls for Delaney Haynes.
I think it is kind of impressive how a basketball referee can remember, each player that's fouled out tonight, the referee knew that it was the fifth foul for each particular player. Anyway, 42-36 with half a minute left. That doesn't fall, and Garand gets the rebound. Just as you said, she was brought in for that purpose, Frank.
And now Deering definitely on the ropes here with no Haynes.
And Brown gets the rebound. Here's Davina Kabantu. Goes backcourt violation. It'll be Deering ball. Yes.
Yes, it will be Deering ball. 12 seconds remaining.
12.8. You might want to know that if you're a Deering Ram player, but I think it's going to be too little too late. We'll see. 42-36 is the score.
We'll see if Deering has a Reggie Miller. No call. And we'll have a foul against Eubanks off the Brown rebound. It'll be 4 for Avi Kim. Eubanks going to shoot 1-1 again.
Chance for Eubanks to break double figures here if she makes both, but she doesn't. And that will do it, folks. The Portland Bulldogs are victorious 42-36. An absolutely exciting game tonight, both teams. Frank and I will be back to wrap up in a moment. So the Lady Bulldogs with a 6.42-36 victory on the strength of the scoring of Davina Kabantu with 13 points, Jemima Motema with 10, Shayla Eubanks with 8, Amanda Kabantu with 5, but an all-around great game really for both teams.
Exactly, Steve. 13 rebounds for Reagan Brown to go with 4 points. It's a whole slew of other players. The secondary stats: Nettie Walsh, 4 rebounds, a pair of steals. Both Kabantu sisters all over the floor tonight. Jemima Motema, 10 points, 4 rebounds. And as we saw, though, towards the end, though, Steve, discussion with Greg Tozer, the trainer, some crutches brought out, so we wish her the best. On the Deering side, it was the Delaney Haynes show. 20 points to go with 6 rebounds, but not enough for the Rams.
That's right, folks, but she really does just far and away dominate tonight. Isabel Dawson came in with several rebounds tonight as well. So that's going to do it for the regular season for the Lady Bulldogs and the Deering Rams, as both teams will head into the tournament. This is Steve Schwartz and Frank Myatt for Frank Healy on camera and Mike Hoffer from The Forecaster, saying so long from Deering High School, where tonight the Lady Bulldogs close out the season with a victory. Good night.